Welcome. In today's tutorial, you'll learn about accessing Valencia library databases, performing an advanced search. What is a database? A library database contains information from published works. Examples include magazines, journals, and newspaper articles, including some reference books. The database allows you to search by keywords. It also lets you print or email an entire article. There are a variety of different databases that contain different subject materials. The library databases are paid for by taxpayers or college dollars. Today, we'll be accessing some Valencia College databases. Remember, you can access Atlas by logging into your Atlas account and then clicking on Search the Library. Right here where it says Databases by Subject, when we click on this button, we can see the variety of databases grouped together by subject. For example, if I was looking for information on diabetes, I might explore some of the health and medicine databases. By clicking on the plus right next to that symbol, I can access the variety of databases that talk about health and medicine. So instead of seeing the over 150 databases that Valencia owns, I can narrow it down specifically to databases that I know will help me on the topic of diabetes. The symbol that has an I in a blue circle, think of it as I for information. When you click on that I, it will give you further information about what is included in that specific database. Today, we'll be exploring CINAHL, which stands for Cumulative Index of Nursing and Allied Health Literature. This database is a comprehensive resource for nursing and allied health literature. So let's click on the link. You'll notice that my database opens in a new window, and it opens on the advanced search screen. From here, you'll be able to enter your search term or keyword. So I'll enter diabetes. What you'll want to do next is limit your search results to full text. This means you'll not only get the title of the article or the summary, but the entire article itself. And then we'll hit search. Once I do that, I get my search results. I do want to point out some other features in the advanced search screen. For example, this screen allows me to narrow down by peer-reviewed and evidence-based practice. In some other databases, such as Medline, this might be referred to as EBM reviews. So again, you notice that when I went back to my original search, it unchecked full text. So I do want you to remember that you always want to check out full text if you do go back to the advanced screen. So let's do search one more time. You'll notice I have 29,000 plus articles. Another way to limit this is by refining your search. Although I said I was originally interested in diabetes, I'm more specifically interested in the effects of diabetes on cardiovascular function in children. So I can enter heart in my next box. And I can enter children in the third. So I'll be searching diabetes and heart and children. When I do search again, you'll notice that I now have 54 articles. That's a much better pairing of articles. You'll also notice on the left-hand side of the screen, in this left column, you can also narrow down by certain limiters. You'll notice I've already checked off full text, and you'll notice that I have a date available. So I can either drag this to the right to decrease the dates, or I can manually enter that I want articles from 2005 to 2014. Now I have 46 articles from the last 10 years. Another thing you'll notice is source type. I have 41 articles from academic journals and 5 articles from magazines. I can also limit by publication, age, and gender. Let's review some of our search results. The first thing you'll notice is that I can see the title of my articles, including the author and some images that might be included. If I scroll down to the bottom of the page, I can go to the next set of articles by clicking Next. You'll notice on the top of the page, I can also display the articles by relevance, list, bolded, source type, or author. Let's say I was interested in the very first article. I can click on the title of that article to see some further information. I can see the title of the article, who the authors of this article were, the source, which is the title of the publication, and I can also see some further information. The article itself is as a PDF on the left-hand side of the screen. When I click PDF full text, I'm taken directly into the article itself. On the right-hand side, I see some more columns that allow me to do some further things with this article. For example, this symbol, if I hover over it, it says Cite. It's a yellow box with writing on it. When I click on that, I can see sample citations for this article. So here is my sample citation for this article. Please pay attention that it says, pay special attention to personal names, capitalizations, and dates. So you always want to check your citations when you're done. If I would like to email this article to myself, the symbol that has an envelope with an arrow above it, if you hover over it, it will say email. Once you click on that, you will be allowed to email this article to yourself. Please note that you can also send a citation to yourself. If you click on the radial button and you click the drop down, we'll select APA citation because that's the citation we're using for our class, and then I'll enter my email address. Now I've sent that article to myself and I can continue on with my research process.